Hi, this is Adam Kunzmiller with BoardGameGeek at Gen Con 2016, and I'm joined by Martin Wallace with Asmodee Games and Space Cowboy Games, and we're here to talk about Hit the Road. So what is Hit the Road?
Okay, hi Adam. Hit the Road is a zombie game. It's another zombie game.
Another zombie game.
Not enough of the zombies. They just won't die, will they? But this is a non-cooperative zombie game, which pretty much, I don't know how many of those are, but it's a non-cooperative zombie game. The idea of the game is you and a bunch of survivors are trying to see whether you can survive a trip across America to reach the safe zone.
Okay.
So it's a very simple game. You start the game with resources. You've got 4 adrenaline, 4 bullets, and 4 gasoline markers. What you have is you have a stage deck of cards. These are kind of, some are cards are withdrawn and you kind of make a deck of them, but they basically got 1, 2, and 3. So with 4 players, all we do is we lay out 4 pairs of cards. So let you do it that way. And so 4 pairs of cards, and then players bid on this track for the new player order. So at the moment you can see the player order counters here. So it might be the first player goes, who's the first player? So the first player is yellow. So the first player might go, oh okay, I bid 3, and then the second player might go, okay, I'll bid 2, and then the third player might go, I bid 4, and then the last player might go, well, I'll just pass. Other players can overbid, so it's like, okay, red might go, well, I'll go 5. When everybody passes, that determines a new player order. So what will happen, the first one will go to red, and then the second one will go to green, and then the third one will go to yellow, and then blue stays 4th. So, those are the player position. And then in that player order, you choose a pair of cards. Okay, so I might look at these and go, fine, I don't know, I'll take this one here, and you do the left one first. Now, this tells you what resources you get back. Oh, rewind, I'm forgetting. I've got to pay 5 resources, so I might go, I'll pay 3 gas.
The different types?
Yeah, and I'll pay 1 bullet and 1 adrenaline, and you chuck them in. So you're bidding with resources.
Got it.
Then you get some back. So here, I'm going to get 2 gasoline back. If there was an event here, I do the event. Then I have to fight 2 zombies. Okay, so there's 2 zombies coming at me. So we've got these lovely special zombie figures here. So combat goes in 2 rounds. First of all, I can spend 1 bullet counter to roll 2 dice. So one of these represents 2 bullets. So you roll the 2 dice and you hit on a crosshair and you ignore any bad results because they're a long way away. So that'll kill a zombie. After 1 round of ranged combat, you then go to melee combat, where you roll 1 die per zombie, and in that case I've got 2 hits, so that kills it. But this symbol here means I take a hit. However, anything with the adrenaline symbol on means I can upgrade it. So in this case I can upgrade this to a 0, so I can do that and avoid taking a loss. Something like this, I can upgrade that to a hit. And if it had a hit and an adrenaline, I can spend an adrenaline to upgrade it to 2 hits. So adrenaline you can use to get out of trouble and to increase your
amp
killing
up
power.
your attacks.
Okay, so then basically I take the card. So the cards are basically designed to tell a story. So if we look here, this one here, it says if you get this one here, and you take
the Band-Aid
token. It says Aaron got bit. So you take the bandage thing, okay? This one here, you take telescopic rifle, okay? Now you don't need to know what they do. You don't have to go, well, what do they do? You don't need to go look to the rules, because later on there may or may not be a card that refers to it. So somewhere in here, Aaron turns into a zombie, so you lose somebody. Another one here, there's another card in there later on where if you've got that, you can take out some zombies before they get to you and avoid losing survivors. So you have these cross connections between cards you take early on and what goes later. So I'm not sure how much detail to go into that, because part of the joy of the game is not knowing.
Not knowing what's coming.
It's like, oh, this card looks fairly innocuous, and then later on it's like, why did I take that card? That was a stupid card to take. So as you do 2 rounds at level 1, then you're going to do 3 rounds at level 2, guess what? It gets harder.
Sure. And you start to see cards that are referring to these earlier
Yes, you start,
tokens, I imagine.
yeah, and then you get to level 3, where things get even harder still, because you can get things like horde symbols. Let's see if we can find one. Let's see if we can find a quick horde. Here we go, here's a horde. Okay, so if you get a horde, what that means is when you go to melee, let's say I'd lost 2 survivors already. I'm down to 3 survivors, so I'm going to be rolling 3 dice. But I swap, because there's 1 skull here, I swap one of them out for red. And the problem with the red is
not as nice in your favor.
There's an insta-death. It's like there ain't no amount of adrenaline. It's going to start out. So you roll that, you just lose somebody. That is pretty much it.
So what determines the winner at the end of the game?
Okay, if you survive, each player who survives gets victory points on the cards that they gain.
So they'll collect these as they go.
Yeah, if they got victory points, they'll keep the cards. Also, at the end of the game, you get bonus cards. So whoever's got the most adrenaline left will get 2 points. Yeah, it's 3 points. Whoever's got the most gasoline will get 3 points. Whoever's got the most survivors will get 3 points. Whoever's got bullets will get 3 points. So, the resources, I didn't really fully explain that, but bullets are basically used to shoot at range. Adrenaline is used to adjust the die rolls. Gasoline is used if there's a card when you go into melee and it's like, I think I'm going to die. You can spend 2 gasoline and you can just run away. And there are also certain other cards later on that might say either spend a gasoline or lose a survivor. So at first you kind of think gasoline is not useful for much. Later on it's like, oh, I wish I'd
still
saved
had
that gasoline.
Yeah.
So as I say, the key thing about it is you've just got these events that can kind of connect with later events. So it might be, as I say, if you had that card early and the other one comes out, it's like, yeah, I really don't want to get that set. So then you might start bidding up because for other players, that card is going to be fine.
Sure.
So they're going to be trying to make sure you get that card.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So I say it's basically a simple story-based game with a simple auctioning system, but this kind of fun, connected stories and rolling lots of dice.
Great. And how long does a typical game last?
You should take between 45 minutes to 60 minutes to play.
Not long at all.
It's not a long game. No, it's a beer and pretzels game. It's not a game you take seriously. You're playing this one for laughs.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Martin, for walking us through Hit Zero.
Okay. Thank you.